Sooner or later, the fire's gonna come knocking in our hometown. I've been training for over 4 years. We got all our hours, all our qualifications. But until we're certified hotshots, my crew won't even be able to set foot on the line. I told you it wouldn't be easy.
I was reading that in your 20s, you actually volunteered with a fire department in Arizona.
It was amazing, not necessarily because of the firefighting, but it was amazing because of the training, the camaraderie, the guys I got to know. And, you know, I mean, the guy who was my chief, who started as my friend, who became my chief, who was there last night. And I lived in Prescott for a year too, so I know the Prescott community, you know, very intimately. And so it was all kind of full circle.
Getting to see what is actually done during those times by these guys, the sacrifices that they're making, the bravery that's needed. Just depicting that on screen, no easy feat.
It's no easy feat, but it's also, you can never do what they do. You know, I mean, what Chief Steinbrink, the real Chief Steinbrink, who was there during our training, said, you'll never be hotshots, which was very humbling. But we love that it's you representing them. So we're willing to give, you know, everything that we can give. You know, all the vanity goes away, all the entitlement goes away, and you say, look, we're representing a really respectable community and a really fun community. It's a community that, you know, I've been involved with for 30 years, and it's a community that I truly, truly love, because you have to man up in order to be part of this community, or, you know, woman up. I talk to a lot of women, firefighters that are women, and the greatest stories I've ever heard, but it's a tough community. But once you're in, you're in. It's like a mafia. It's like they will protect you, they will look after you, they are loyal to you till the death, literally.
I liked seeing the full arc with Brendan's character. He has this life-changing moment when he becomes a dad, and then he joins the Hot Shots, and then, you know, another one when he loses his family. Yet your character was willing to give him that opportunity to make those changes in his life.
Sure.
I feel like it transcends to all of us to think, like, when have we had those in our own? What about you? A certain time where somebody gave you an opportunity or took a risk?
Yeah, Nolte was, I mean, Nick Nolte was like, had a massive impact on my life. Anthony Zerbe had a massive impact on my life. There's a lot of people. I wasn't always so, you know, good.
I love seeing the interaction with you and Jeff Bridges on screen.
Oh, he's great. He's another guy.
I immediately thought True Grit, you know, the times you shared together.
Of course.
Having some of those more intimate scenes, well, you know, what was that like to get to do as
Oh, it was great, because I've known Jeff for a long time, and then once you get into an acting scenario, it gets really uncomfortable and weird, and with most people, and with him, he's just so open. He's open to it, you know, and I know that he doesn't really buy all the bullshit too, which is a great thing, you know what I mean? Again, the entitlement and all that kind of stuff that comes with some success in this industry. And, you know, he just does the work, and I think he really appreciates the work. When we saw the movie last night, he went outside, he was the first person I saw, a big hug, he was crying, I was crying. That's a nice moment to be able to have. And again, we're like so focused on, like, it's so emotional and so this and that. It is, because of the act and the tragedy of what happened at the end. But the great thing, I think, for us, especially seeing the first responders yesterday on the red carpet and all over the place and all the different screenings that we'll do, is this celebration of this community. And that's what you don't get in these movies. A lot of the focus is what happens at the end, whereas this is the focus of the trials and tribulations of this community.